I used to hate The Sims. I used to think The Sims was the stupidest game I've ever played, so I threw it away with reckless abandon. Oh, how wrong I was. PushingUpRoses here, and if you're a longtime viewer of my channel, you probably have a pretty good grasp on what kind of video games I like and play. If you're new here, then hi. Welcome to my channel.
To make a long story short, The Sims haven't been on my radar for a long time. I bought the original Sims back in 2000 when it was released. I mainly purchased it because I was grieving the loss of my father, who had passed away just a couple months prior to me buying the game, and I needed a virtual escape. Unfortunately, I didn't really enjoy it. I binge played it for a couple weeks and then the charm wore off. I'm not really sure why. Maybe my teenage self just didn't feel like building houses and setting them on fire. Then The Sims 2 came out in 2004 and all of my friends were completely obsessed with it, except me. Since I didn't like the original Sims, I decided to hate The Sims 2, even though I've never played it. I probably thought my friends were stupid for sitting around all day watching their Sims pee themselves. Sorry about that, guys. I was also in college at the time, so to be perfectly candid with you, I don't remember much about that particular time period. Then The Sims 3 came out and I didn't even notice that it did. I'm not sure where I was in 2009, but it apparently was not in video game land because while I was brooding in a concrete basement listening to The Cure and pondering if I should become a content creator on the internet, I completely missed The Sims 3, which is arguably the best in the series. It's almost shameful to be a dominantly PC gamer and missing one of the best-selling PC games of all time, having sold over 10 million copies worldwide in 2009. So you can imagine my shock when in 2013, I discovered The Sims 3 and all of its expansions and stuff packs. At first, I didn't quite get the appeal. Because of my poor experience with the original Sims, I decided that life simulation games just must not be my thing. Well, my mind was absolutely blown at how much improved The Sims 3 was. Like most people, I spent way too much time creating my sim. I didn't even realize how much I loved customizing my character and fine-tuning it to make it look like me. Well, me in a, I'm just gonna make myself a little bit sexier but still keep my appearance as basic framework way. The first Sims game I binged on was The Sims 3 with the late night expansion, and upon booting up, playing for a few hours and giving my Roses Sim goals, achievements, and things to accomplish, I thought,
oh my god, I can virtually make all my dreams come true.
I spent about 100 hours maxing out every damn thing I could do with my character. I wanted her to be a best-selling author, an accomplished artist, a business-savvy CEO, and at some point I made myself into a vampire, because why not? Even though I did try out some of the more fantastical elements in The Sims 3, I have played it somewhat realistically. And when I say that, I mean I didn't really do anything out of the ordinary or fantastical with my character. I gave her job goals, maxed out her abilities, and was very responsible with her needs. It was almost like my real life, but on crack. She got up, showered, went to her job, exercised, then came home and worked on artistic projects that I felt were relevant to my own personality. I think an outsider would say, wow, what a boring way to play The Sims. You can do anything and build awesome houses and pee yourself and date vampires. But to me, it wasn't boring.
To me, giving my Sims attainable goals that I would love to accomplish in real life is a little bit cathartic, if not a teensy bit depressing that I've been living out virtual dreams I feel have long since passed me by.
I played The Sims 3 for a few weeks until I had the perfect character, and initially I didn't even try out build mode. I didn't attempt to build anything until The Sims 4. Not that this video is meant to be an in-depth critique, but I sometimes found the third game to be overwhelming. I'm not a lifetime simmer, so I was kind of flustered with the many options and the sometimes unintuitive build mode, which is why I never touched it. I did, however, manage to create an amazing toilet appreciation room dedicated solely to the porcelain throne. How often we forget these amazing inventions. Okay, fine, I admit it, I suck at room design. Shut up, I didn't ask you. Another minor critique I had was that I was never quite satisfied with how my sim looked. One of the common complaints about The Sims 3 character designs was something fans referred to as pudding face, meaning the Sims had these weird pudgy faces. I was also never quite happy with my Sim's body, but the game itself was so customizable and filled with so many awesome things to do. If I wanted a gold-plated toilet, then I could have a fucking gold-plated toilet. Any color and texture could be applied to any of the clothes and items, and dang it, I love that open world. Especially when I feel the need to rummage around in other people's garbage bins. Fuck yeah, all my digital dreams have come true. Oh look, I found a rubber ducky. Eventually I moved on to The Sims 4, and like many others, I was disappointed in the lack of customization, open world, and color wheels. Seriously, EA? Why skimp out on a color wheel? Don't you argue with me, I know a color wheel is not going to affect the game's performance. Anyway, there are a lot of things I like about The Sims 4. My sim finally looks like me, and I can really hone in on the body details, and I love the multitasking because hell, why should I have to wait until another sim is done cooking to have a conversation with him? And I love the ease of the build mode. I feel like if The Sims 3 and The Sims 4 got together and had a weird video game baby, it would be amazing.
When I got The Sims 4, the very first thing I did was download a Dave Grohl Sim, create my parrot in human sim form, and then make them move in together. So much for playing realistically.
For whatever reason, I guess I was burnt out on my previous method of realistic gameplay because I've recently discovered the brilliance of playing like an insane person. Jeez, I've been missing out. I could have had my sim hit on Dave Grohl. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be because Dave Grohl is insane and rejected Rosa's sim multiple times.
Yarba, Onaga, Flarib, Simsei, Pinaru, Shaw, Valbisi, Benkopa, and Tree. Yambala Azig,
Jamala, Hupatai, Deroy,
Wobahe Shwabazi.
Nargi, Buffet.
At the risk of sounding like a mildly psychotic person, I also quite enjoy the prospect of being able to have my sim be able to woohoo, FYI, woohoo means sex, anyone I desire. Maybe I can't have you in real life, Dave Grohl, but I am gonna have you virtually. And that goes for any sim you create, really. If you want to have sexual relations with Mrs. Peacock, then go right ahead. No one's gonna stop you or judge you. Well, maybe people will judge you, but screw them, right? This is your game. As Bob Ross would say, this is your own little world, and you can put some happy little sims in your happy little bed, goddammit. Also added to my sim world is this fantastic water fountain collection, and I hope to expand my oversized creepy statue collection.
And then I discovered the magic of building.
It might be worth noting here that I've never built anything in a sandbox game. Ever. I have never wanted to, and I always used to think that I would just fail terribly at anything I attempted to build. But thanks to my addiction to The Sims, a fanatic obsession with Clue, and an extremely ambitious nature, I created this. Oh yes. Oh hell yes. I can play out my wildest Clue fantasies. Since I had never even tried to build anything in The Sims, I was under the impression that it must be too hard and I would automatically fail. It wasn't easy at first, someone had to teach me how to go about making the framework, but once I understood, I was hooked. I used the Clue board as my blueprint so I had something to work off of, and then I spent the next 15 hours or so perfecting my beautiful house and my Clue movie characters, and bam! Perfect! Now all it needs is murder.
What do you mean? Murder.
Oh, hello, mail lady. Nice day, isn't it? Nice day for some foul play. Welcome to your new cement tomb. Oh, wow. That look. That is really sad. And her lip quivering is... Oh, man. I'm feeling a little bad now. But this is Clue, goddammit. There's no crying in Clue.
FYI, if you decide to create or download the Clue Mansion, make sure you put extra toilets around because 7 people in 1 bathroom gets really stinky.
I can honestly admit to myself that I've had more fun goofing around and doing wacky things in The Sims games than I've had playing other random games I had in the recent past. Maybe it's because it's just so new to me, or maybe I just needed a new genre to get into, but in any case, I was completely wrong about my aversion to The Sims. I'm actually glad I started playing because I found that engaging in a build mode project or giving my characters goals and challenges has helped me a lot with anxiety and stress, and I feel a lot less on edge after I've spent a few hours playing. Not because I accomplished something profound or important in life, but because I needed to get away from those profound and important real-life things and experience something engaging to take me away from it. And The Sims is very good at doing that, at least I can subjectively say that it is. And I can say that I do use this game as a coping tool for whenever I feel the real world is suffocating me.
Pruna.
Mumazarba.
Now, if you'll all excuse me, I really need to get back to my romantic pursuit of Dave Grohl. This may take a while.
A big thank you goes to Lazy Game Reviews for allowing me to use some of his Sims footage and for joining me for a Sims 4 Clue Let's Play. If you want to see more of the footage that was used here, the video is linked in the annotations, and if you want to follow my shenanigans, you can click on all those other buttons I may or may not have forgotten to put an annotation on at this point. But if I did in fact remember, click away, and thanks for watching and subscribing. See you next time.